didn't finish liberal arts school for nothing, buddy. Yeah, that's right, I studied gender studies. So what? I do what I want. All free speech does is enable these fucking racists. You a racist? I bet you're a racist. I bet you're one of those alt-right faggots. Alright, so what if my major got me broke? At least I have a major. What do you have? I bet you're just a goddamn factory worker out of nowhere. You don't know shit about equality. What do you know about me? What do you know about me, huh? You know nothing, nothing, nothing. Listen here, little bitch. You wanna fuck with me like that? I'll tell my dad said he loves me. So what if my dad's a gambler and he left me when I was 3? Liberal arts degree. I could go anywhere. I can go anywhere in the world, buddy. I could go anywhere. What do you have? You got nothing. That's right. So why you go around online telling me what to fucking do? Shut your fucking mouth. I voted Hillary Clinton.
Oi fam, what the... Oi fam, what the hell we're watching? Yeah, I don't know. This fucking sucks. Turn this shit off. I don't know why Sonic kissed the baby, but that was gay.
Hey guys, obviously we're having a great Thanksgiving right now, you know, enjoying the gifts of God, breaking away from the family, just for a little bit, you know, breaking away from the chitter chatter, just to enjoy nature. Enjoy nature. You gotta love Mother Earth. Mother Earth gave you everything that you have right now. If you don't love Mother Earth, you're a fool. Early morning Bloody Mary. Anyways, I came to talk about an all-American game, since it's Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is an all-American holiday. And you know what's more all-American than talking about, again, an all-American game that's actually made by a Japanese developer, but who gives a shit? It's all-American. You like explosions? You like planes? Well, Boogie Wings, aka the Great Ragtime Show, is the game for you. You thought shmups, you know, they're formulaic, but not this one. Not this one. Trucks. Trucks are very American too. Boogie Wings, what separates this from most horizontal shoot 'em ups is the fact that you actually get to play with this thing called a skyhook, and with a skyhook you could grab anything from enemies to random objects to even your buddy. Alright, so instead of just staying in the plane the whole time, you could actually, when you get hit, you could traverse by foot. And traversing by foot is a little hard. It turns into a run and gun game, kind of like a more watered down Gunstar Heroes. And there's nothing wrong with that. And what is neat is that if your friend is still on a skyhook, he could also grab you. And you, while on the skyhook, is pretty invincible. In fact, you could be used as a fucking... You could be used as like a mace attached to your plane. And if that doesn't sound awesome, then you have no soul. You fucking redhead creature, you. There are lots of explosions. It's even a little Christmassy as it has bootleg Chinese Santa in the game too. And speaking of bootleg Chinese Santa, man, the setting, the maps, all American. As American as you can get. And you can tell this is inspired by Americana stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. It actually gives the game a lot of character, which a lot of shmups tend to, kind of just blend in as a bullet hell. And if you're, worried about the difficulty, it's pretty hard, but it's not bullet hell. It's pretty enjoyable for what it is. And I'd say try it if you haven't tried it yet, because this game is the shiznit. Do you agree with this statement?
You want to be safe? You want to maximize your profits? Well, I have one surefire plan, buddy. And that surefire plan is to use me, Denuvo. We can both make you a star. Gamers nowadays, they don't buy a lot. Everybody is in hard times. Everybody's been hit with a recession. But I will make sure I will keep those pirates off your hands. You know you won't survive out there. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. You think other developers would help you? No, they won't. Listen, games only succeed if they're ballsy enough to show those damn consumers who the real boss is, who the real bad bitch is, alright? You gotta prove yourself as the alpha female, the real bad bitch. You think Steam DRM is enough? Wait till they crack your game. Wait till they start pouring in with those free downloads. Up in like Skid Row or something. You think people who pirate video games really buy when they like it? They already have the game. Why would they want to have it twice? Retard. Oh yeah. Probably thinking, you're safe. You're not safe. Listen. You need me. Without me, you're not gonna maximize your profits. You're only gonna lose money. You think they're on your side? You think the consumer's on your side? Guess what, buddy? Guess what? This ain't the perfect world. This is the real world. You know you need me. You know you need Denuvo. Just come join me.
The year is 2015, November. A small indie company of the title Project Moon successfully funds 754% of their initial goal, about 15 million South Korean won, or about $13,000 US, on the crowdfunding website Tumblebug. A team of 6 college students and graduates hope to make a game that follows motifs from the SCP Foundation, Cabin in the Woods, and Warehouse 13. Face the fear, build the future. This is Lobotomy Corporation. So, before we get into this review, we managed to dig up some earliest access footage of the game. Now you may be thinking, hey, this game looks like something a 5-year-old would make in Game Maker. And you may say, I could draw better than these scammers, but this game has gone through a few phases. Bet you feel silly now. Lobotomy Corporation is an extremely odd game about caring for, studying, and producing energy with creatures known in-game as abnormalities. As you progress through the days, unlocking and finding more abnormalities, the art style, while being mostly consistent, somehow allows for many different and unique designs for the creatures. A mighty task, as it has little over 90 abnormalities, and none feel out of place. One of the main themes of the art style is a weird cutesy look that pervades throughout a majority of the game. The employees and most of the abnormalities have a chibi look, but the abnormalities still have an off-putting and weird visual that will intrigue the player into looking behind the abnormalities' lore and/or keep the player on the edge of their seats, waiting to see what happens and what will come next. Once the abnormalities breach, some will turn into new forms that are truly unnerving, as you watch your little employees die in hundreds of different ways, from panicking, having vines erupt out of them, or simply just melting away or being kidnapped by shrimp. Yes, there is a vending machine with a humanoid shrimp guarding it that will kidnap your employees if they manage to make it angry. The gameplay mechanics themselves are actually really simple. Each abnormality has 4 different works that can be done on it, with some exceptions. The works being instinct, insight, attachment, and repression. The game relies quite a bit on RNG elements, with each work having a success rate, so your employees will rarely do absolutely perfect. Each abnormality has a different amount of E-boxes that determines the length of the work, and for each E-box, there is either a success or failure. Depending on how many successful boxes there were, the mood of the abnormality will vary between bad, normal, and good. Depending on the work results, and other things, such as how long it was worked on, or if it was visible on the screen while being worked on, a small counter outside of its containment room will go down. Once the counter reaches 0, the abnormality's ability will trigger, in most cases, causing it to breach. There's also other things that affect the result, such as the employee's stats in fortitude, prudence, temperance, and justice, and what equipment they have on. For each work that they fail, the employee will take one of the 4 different damage types, those being red, white, black, and pale, which change depending on what abnormality is being worked on. Depending on the damage received, your employee may die or panic. There is also a red meter in the top left of the screen, underneath the meter that measures how much energy you have collected for the day. The meter will fill up by 1 segment every time a work is started on an abnormality, and depending on what level it is on, different effects will happen, such as ordeals. Once the energy meter is filled up, you can end the day whenever you want, then putting you into the story phase of the game. The story phase itself focuses on the AI Angela and the Saphira, the favorite of mine being the 2 Tippera. This is the part of the game where you get to learn about the cryptic lore of why the corporation is there, and what the abnormalities actually are. At the time of making this script, the story is still incomplete as it is in early access, but from the looks of it, it has a pretty complex construction. Not to mention, there's a lot of symbolism taken away from things like Jungian psychology and the Kabbalistic Tree of Life. One really good thing about this game is its soundtrack when you're managing the abnormalities. It has a very good blend of synths and a simple but flowing low end with a drum beat that all comes together to be a very sturdy but non-intrusive background to the simply complex management of the abnormalities. This game, however, is not perfect. Its main problem being the difficulty curve that will probably turn off quite a few beginners who don't use a guide. Not knowing what work abnormalities like ends up causing the player to have to restart the day several times and can frequently get annoying, especially due to the player not having any equipment that is obtainable only through the abnormalities, thus making it so that even if a beginner abnormality breaches, the employees are guaranteed to die. Another problem I have with the game is the length of the days the further you progress. At one point, I had spent 15 minutes to half an hour on one day due to the amount of energy required to finish, and the ordeals that repeatedly triggered, preventing me from collecting the energy easily. All in all, the game is pretty fun to look into and attempt to decipher all of its nooks and crannies. However, this game isn't going to be for everyone with its trial and error nature. Though, at the end of the day, sometimes it's just fun to watch the facility descend into chaos, and let all of the abnormalities breach. Heck, sometimes they'll fight each other too. In conclusion, it's like Fallout Shelter, with gameplay. You'll have to get good and keep retrying to beat this interesting management sim / visual novel of a game. I'd recommend you pick it up if you like weird art and stories.